This is faster than that, I can tell you, easily.
Please remember to check out our other videos and click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you get notifications each time we upload another video.
Alright folks, so I thought I'd just ease it up a little bit and talk to you about a few things because I'm worried that the sound isn't going to come through. So first thing I need to talk to you about is the power, which is completely and utterly off the scale. It's bonkers. I mean, I nearly threw myself off setting the cruise control, which you can see just down here. The regen braking, again, like the previous Energica, is really good. It dropped 1% and I had full regen. I've not been touching the brakes until the very last minute when I need to stop. There's John just coming the other way. And then the way the bike feels in terms of weight. So one of my criticisms of the earlier CCS DC was that I didn't feel the weight distribution was as good as it needed to be. It's probably as good as it could have been then, but you know, technology changes and they've lightened it up. So we've now gone from having I think it's about a 12 kilowatt hour battery, I can't quite remember now, and we're now up to 21.5, and this weighs less. This bike weighs less than the original Energica, and you could definitely 110% feel that. I mean, I have been throwing this thing around, I've been riding it as you would ride a bike, and I mean properly. I don't want to get into the speeds and things like that and the ins and outs of it, but believe me, I've been riding it to its potential, and it is much, much different. And John, we just stopped in this lay-by to do a tiny bit of footage. And I spoke to John about it and he said, I love it, it's a completely different bike, and it absolutely is. So far, well impressed. I'll do a little bit more when I get back to Grid Surf and show you around the bike, but just now I'm going to enjoy it, so enjoy the ride. Right folks, I just want to give you an idea of the acceleration past the cars. Well, I can talk to you now, I've stopped. You might be able to just hear me. I can't put my foot on the floor because I'm too short. Anyway, just want to show you this. So the sound's going to bail out, but we'll see. Oh, nice job, my bus driver. Yeah, hopefully John's going to open it up now. Hi folks, so I'm here at Grid Surf. I'm actually around the back of the building because it's quite windy and this is about the most secluded place I could find. And I'm here with the beautiful Energica Eva Rebel, and it is beautiful. If we just have a little look around it, it's absolutely amazing to look at. The styling is fantastic. And it's sort of up to date. It's what you want. It's what people are looking for in a bike at the moment. So they've done a really, really cracking job on the styling. I love these little vents here, these little details here that come through the side. Obviously you've got the Italian flag there. It is a two-seater, although it's molded more for a single seat. I've just had a good hour's ride on here and I found this nice and comfortable with no real issues. So if we look just in here, chain and sprocket, it needs this chain and sprocket. I honestly don't think a belt could take the torque that this bike supplies, because the power is completely and utterly unhinged. I thought the first Energica that I rode was as quick as it was ever going to get, but this one is quicker. But they've been really clever here. Technology has obviously moved on, and this has now got, if I just come around this side, and you just look in there, you'll see there 21.5, so that is 21.5 kilowatt hours. The nominal usable is actually a little bit lower than that. I think it's about 18.5 according to the Energica guys. But that's giving a range, they're saying, of around about 200 miles. But I think, let's be honest, we're going to see about 150 out of this, depending on what you do to it. But it is a bike you can sit on the motorway at 75 miles an hour and it will just do what you need it to do quite easily, and still have bucket loads of torque should you need it. If we come round to the front, you can see we've got twin Brembos just there. The brakes are absolutely brilliant. However, you will not need them because the regen is also absolutely brilliant. I was using it today in medium mode, and honestly I barely touched the brakes except just to come to a complete stop. And then again, if we come round to the back, you can see that we've got Brembo on the back as well. So, and these brakes, I mean, I've only just pulled in here and I was giving it a really good seeing to, and these brakes are stone cold. So that just tells you. Now what's important here is that this has got a 21.5 kilowatt hour battery. I know I've mentioned this, but 21.5 kilowatt hours is about the same as the original Nissan Leaf and the Renault Zoe, or thereabouts. How do they get that between your legs? The Nissan Leaf battery in its casing is probably that area just there. And they've got that in there between your legs, so you can see it. So it's here, this is the battery block just here, and then if you come back you can see the motor. That's a water-cooled motor and controller, and then an oil-filled reduction gear just there, which goes down onto the chain and sprocket. There are a few variations in this bike that you can get. You can add options and things like that, and it's not cheap. If you look at the most expensive Zero, this one comes in, the base model Energica with this battery comes in at just a little bit more than the most expensive Zero. So two bikes that are really playing in a different field. Now if I come around to the clocks just here, if you saw our previous video, you will recognise these clocks. They have not changed too much. You can flick through, you can turn the traction control on, the ABS on, all that business. You've got two USBs just down here, which is really useful, especially if you're using sat nav. If you come to the back of the right hand handle grip there, you've got heated grips. You've got cruise control again. There's your kill switch, quite clever. You need to have your hand on the brake and a long depression on the kill switch, and that will start it. Obviously it won't do that now because I've got the stand down, so it won't override. Come this side, this is your mode button. If I push and hold it, you can go through different things and flick through different windows. Indicators there, horn there, and then if you come there, that's your passing, and this is your permanent high beam. So it is as easy as that. The lights are on permanently, as they normally are on all bikes these days, and it's full LED. One other thing I want to touch on is under here, under the seat lifts up on two struts. Under here you've got a CCS charging port, which allows you to rapid charge, and that is the king that this bike has over all other electric bikes. Any other electric bike I know doesn't use CCS or doesn't rapid charge, and this does. And you can be topping this up in anywhere between 25 and 40 minutes. And after a good 150 miles, you need a brake like that, but I certainly do. And I'll be honest, most of my rides that I've had out on previous bikes, 120 miles, fuel tank's empty, fill it up, put it back in the garage, and that's it. And it comes out again next time. So this will cover pretty much all of that as you need it. Okay folks, I'm going to leave it just there. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. It's been a really good experience. I just need to explain to my wife why I'm going to order one. So Anyway, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter at Cape Phantom, and if you can share it, that would be amazing as well. And we'll see you in another episode coming soon. So thank you for watching. Bye for now.